and all!
Turn it up!
You're now tuned into a channel we call Podikins Presents! This week, Podikins presents Sound Sleuth! On the beat with Waxless Charlie!
Andrew. Hi everyone, it's James, and I'm the producer here on Podikins Presents. Usually you'd be hearing from Andrew, because he is the host here after all. But not this week, because Andrew's wearing his headphones and is listening to music and apparently can't hear me. But I don't think that's going to be a big deal this week, because we won't really be hearing from Andrew at all. No, because this week, you are heading back into the office of the world-famous Sound Investigator, Charles H. Waxman, S.I. But no one really calls him that now. They call him Waxless Charlie, for obvious reasons. Identifying sounds, eh? Can you do it? Without further ado, let's begin.
Oh, you're back, are you? Oh, good. I haven't heard from you since way back in episode 3, when you helped me with that mystery tape, and you proved your auditory muster. Isn't that right, Buster? Whoa! Now hold your horses there, Nellie. Get your mitts off that chair. Today, there's no time for sitting. No. Today, it's the pavement we're hitting. And I'm gonna need your help. So grab your things, and let's get going. What's that? Where are we going? Well, small fry, there's a lady uptown who's got a strange noise, this tink-tinking, that's going on in the dead of night. She's not getting any sleep. She can't take it no longer. And she needs a rest because she's a real canary. Well, no, she's not a real canary. By that I mean she's a singer. A top-notch jazz singer at that. And it's got her all jingle-brained. So that's why she's called us in there. It sure is gravy to have some help on this case. And we've got no time to waste. But let's take a second and make sure those lug holes of yours are still working. Pop quiz, hotshot. What are you hearing right now? Probably a whole lot. But let's listen a little more closely. Like to that sound over there. What do you think that is? That's right. It's a car honking. A yellow taxi cab at that. And that? What do you think could be making that noise? You guessed it. Those are some pudgy pigeons coo-cooing.
Extra, read all about it. Podikins News.
Who's that?
Extra, read all about it. Podikins News.
That's a newsie. A newspaper boy, that is, selling his wares. In my day, a paper only cost 2 bits. Now it's double that, at least. And that? What do you think that is? You're right. Those are all feet pounding the pavement, getting everyone to where they're going. Which reminds me, we best get moving, because we've got a mystery to solve.
Shooba-doop-da, dibbity-dee, doobada-bop-bop-bop.
Hello, ma'am.
Oh, Waxless, thank heavens you're here. Oh, and hi there. I don't think I know your name.
That's Buster, a small fry. Whichever you prefer. They're here to help with that hinky sound that's been keeping you up at night.
Great. Come on in.
Do you mind filling us in on the details of this here mystery sound?
Of course. Well, it's the strangest thing. Come on in here to the kitchen, because that seems to be where it's coming from. You see, every night, at the strike of midnight, there's this strange tink-tinking that starts.
A tink-tinking, you say?
That's right, a tink-tinking.
Well, how's it go?
How's it go?
Well, can you give me a demo? You're a canary after all, ain't you?
Oh, Waxless, you're just as charming as they said you'd be. Well, the tink-tinking seems to be coming from the pipes. Right there under the sink, and it goes tink, tink, a tink, tink.
And you're sure it's not just some water drip, drip, dropping out of that there faucet?
No, it's not. I've already had the super in and a plumber, and they say everything's on the level.
Everything's berries, they say.
That's right. They say it's all eggs in the coffee.
Is that so? Well, ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you to put on a pot of that there coffee, because we're gonna be here a while.
You got it, Waxless.
Well, sport, while we're waiting for this Java to finish brewing, let's give this room a real listen. That way, we can get a handle on the regular sounds of the room, so that when that mystery sound shows up, we'll know what's what. So listen closely. What do you hear? You guessed it. That's the sound of a clock tick-tick-tocking. Now you're on the trolley. And what's that over there? Making that burbling noise? That's the sound of a fresh pot of Joe brewing. But what do you hear if you focus over there? That's the fridge. The old crispy cabinet. And over there? Well, that's a door creaking. And there? How about that? That's right. That was the drawer. Seems like the canary is grabbing some spoons. And what's that over there? That's the sound of the vent. That's where the heat's blowing out of, keeping this would-be icebox warm and toasty. And that? That's the sound of coffee being poured. Seems like this Java might be ready.
Here's your coffee. You hear anything strange?
Not yet, ma'am, but we're prepared to wait this thing out. But please, don't mind us. We like to hear and not be heard. You dig?
I dig indeed. Don't mind me, but I need to go practice my scales, and then I'm going to tuck in for the night. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Of course. But we work for you and not the other way around. We're gonna hole up in here until we solve this thing.
Good luck.
Well, kid, settle in. We might be here all night.
Giddly bop, 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 shooby doo. Bop, diddy doo. Giddly dee dee, shooby dee dee, shooby
Hey, Buster! Hey, small fry, wake up, Buster! Kid, hey, Buster! Wake up! You hear that? I think that's our sound. You hear it? That canary was right. It does seem to be coming from the pipes. But isn't that the strangest thing? I'd recognize it anywhere. The tink seems to be tinking along to a beat. You hear it? That's no water plink-plinking. Hold on. Do you hear that over there? So do I. You're right. That does sound like singing. But that couldn't be the canary singing. No. She's gone to bed at least 4 or 5 hours ago. What's that? You think I should check the vent? Well, all right. By George, you're right. There is some noise coming out of there. It's like the quietest singing. And, well, that's gotta mean rockabillies. Tennessee rockabillies. In the big city, of course. Why didn't I think of that?
Yes? What is it?
Real sorry to wake you, miss, but I think we've solved your mystery.
You did?
That's right. The answer is right here in this here shoebox.
What? How on earth is that possible?
Well, let me explain.
Please do.
In addition to the first sound, that old tink-tinking you heard, we located a second sound coming out of the heating vent.
A second sound?
That's right. And my little partner Buster over here, well, they determined it was coming from down in the furnace room. So we made our way down there, but we couldn't get in. So I jimmied the lock. I didn't want to turn on the light, so instead I lit a couple matches. One for me and one for Buster. And real quietly we snuck towards the sound. And it's right here in this box.
What was it?
It was a group of crickets.
What? That doesn't make any sense. That was nothing like the sound I heard.
My apologies, miss. I misspoke. When I said this was a group of crickets, I meant a band of crickets.
A band?
That's right. These here are Tennessee rockabilly crickets, and they were down there practicing their stuff.
You can't be serious.
That fella there? Why, he's the drummer cricket. Howdy. He was the one tink-tinking on the pipes.
You little rascal.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
And that fella there? Well, he's the singer.
Really?
That I am.
He was singing with all his might into the vent, using it as an old microphone.
It works great.
Now it all makes perfect sense. That's why the tink-tinking sounded like it was to a beat. It was because it was a music practice.
That's right. Classic Tennessee rockabilly crickets, making a racket wherever they go.
Crickets are pretty hard to catch, aren't they? How on earth did you get them into that shoebox?
Well, that was the easy part. Turns out, these crickets have some real talent. So I promised I'd get them some studio time to lay down some tracks. And, between you and me, I think these crickets could have a hit record on their hands.
Thank you so much, Waxless Charlie.
Well, I couldn't have done it without your help. Thanks, small fry. Now let's put on our dancing shoes, 'cause we got a boogie.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I love you and you love me. You're my darling, can't you see that we will always be together? When I see you night and day, don't want you to go away. Now I know that you will be my brother. Cricket solo.
Crickets forever chirping together. Oh, man. James, I just cannot get enough of that song. Crickets Forever. Have you heard it?
No, I haven't heard it.
Oh, you should check it out. It's really good. Anyways, let's get recording this week's show.
Andrew, you missed it.
What? Let me guess. Waxless Charlie was here?
Actually, he was.
And did you guys solve a case?
Well, Waxless Charlie is a world-famous SI.
Missed it again.
Well, maybe you should try paying attention.
But I was listening to Crickets Forever. It's a great tune.
Podikins is created by James Nicholson and Andrew Whitfield.
Today's music came from Patrick Lee, Dave Depper, Daniel James Dolby, and the PK Jazz Collective.
Artwork by Liz Whitehead.
Matt Schichter is Golden Tone.
Special thanks to this week's guest, Hillary Jarvis, as the Canary.
By the way, we're planning on creating a brand new Story Chef episode. If you're not sure what Story Chef is, head on back to episode 2 and take a listen. What we need from you is a great ingredient to incorporate into our story. It can be a character, a place, a thing. What do you want to hear in a story? Send us a voice memo to share@podikins.fm and we'll try to incorporate all the ingredients we can. Thanks for listening. Talk to you soon.
Fare thee well. Toodaloo. Au revoir. Sayonara. See ya.
What's